Hello students, I trust you've been enjoying the class so far. Please, it will mean a lot to us if you could hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified when we have a new content. Also like, share and leave a comment. Thank you. Let's go to number 61. Radius and ulna are bones of the dash, that's the lower arm. The radius and ulna are located here. The radius and the ulna, they are located in the lower arm. In the upper arm here, that's where we have the humerus. And if I think about the pectoral girdle, that is the shoulder joint that is made up of the head of the humerus that fits into the glenoid cavity. And then we have the scapula, and also we have the clavicle or the collarbone. But we are talking about the radius and the ulna, which are located from ear to ear. They are the bones of the lower arm. 61 is option D. Number 62. The blood vessel which carries blood from the alimentary canal to the liver is definitely the hepatic portal vein. The blood vessel that always carries digested food substances from the alimentary canal. At times, you can see questions saying the blood vessel that carries digested food substances from the gut. Gut is also called the alimentary canal, or from the small intestine to the liver. The answer is hepatic portal vein. Don't forget that hepatic portal vein is a very unique blood vessel in the body. You might want to ask, what makes it unique? Of all the blood vessels in the body, hepatic portal vein is the only blood vessel that starts and ends in capillaries. So the correct answer for number 62 is C. It is the hepatic portal vein that carries digested food substances from the alimentary canal to the liver. Number 63. The diagram below is an illustration of the longitudinal section of a mammalian organ. We can see the mammalian organ here, definitely a kidney. Study it and use it to answer questions 63 and 64. Let's look at question 63. It says, which of the labeled part is the cortex? Let's look at the diagram again. The cortex is the outer part of the kidney. So the cortex is labeled here. That's Roman figure 4. The cortex is Roman figure 4. Although, let's go back. Although it should be here. The cortex is the outer part here, then the medulla will be the inner part. The outer part of the kidney is the cortex, the inner part is the medulla. So the cortex should be here. So you can go with Roman figure 4. That will be the cortex, the outer part. So Roman figure 4, that will be option D. That's number 63. Let's go to number 64. What is the main function of the organ? Like I've said earlier, we can see from the diagram that diagram definitely represents that of kidney. And we know that kidney performs the function of osmoregulation in the body. Among other things, it helps to get rid of waste product, especially waste product such as nitrogenous waste product like urea in the body. So we refer to excretion as the removal of waste product of metabolism from the body. So the main function of this organ, which is kidney, is excretion, removal of nitrogenous waste product like urea and the rest of them. Number 65. Detoxification of urea takes place in the detoxification. Now, if you're talking about detoxification is the conversion of harmful substances into harmless substances. One of the functions of the liver, of the mammalian liver, is detoxification. So detoxification obviously takes place in the liver. Don't forget, liver also carries out deamination, the removal of the amino group from the amino acid to produce urea. So both detoxification and deamination, both of them occurs in the liver. Don't forget that liver also carries out a whole lot of other functions apart from these two. Liver produces heat because of the several functions it performs. Liver also stores glycogen. Excess glucose are converted into glycogen by the insulin, and then some of them are stored in the liver and also in the muscle. Not only that, liver also helps to store fat-soluble vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K. Not only that, liver also helps in the production of erythrocyte, that's red blood cell in fetuses, that's talking about a child that is still in the womb, and so on and so forth. So desertification, the correct answer here is C. Desertification does occur in the liver. Number 66. Which of the following hormones is suddenly secreted into the bloodstream of a frightened person? That's definitely option B. Adrenaline. As a matter of fact, adrenaline is also called the emergency hormone, or the hormone for fear and fright mode. When a person is frightened or anxious, the hormone that is produced, that is suddenly produced or secreted into that particular person's bloodstream, that enables the person to take action when the person feels threatened or agitated or afraid, is adrenaline, which is called emergency hormone. Don't forget, adrenaline is produced from the adrenal gland, and adrenal glands are located on top of each of the kidney, both the right and the left kidney. So insulin, the function of insulin is to convert excess glucose into glycogen. Insulin and glucagon are both produced from the pancreas. If you talk about thyroxine, thyroxine is produced from the thyroid gland. And thyroxine, among other functions, regulates metabolic processes in the body. And thyroxine is also useful even in animals such as toad. It regulates, it plays an important role during metamorphosis of tadpole. So that's that. Number 67. The temperature control center in mammals is located in the dash. The answer here is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is that particular part of the brain that is concerned with the regulation or temperature control. That's the correct answer, hypothalamus. Not only that, hypothalamus, apart from controlling body temperature, is also concerned with homeostasis, all right? It regulates the amount of water in the body. It controls thirst, it controls hunger, it controls emotions like joy and the rest of them. That's the correct answer for this. Number 67, the correct answer is B, hypothalamus. Number 68. The diagram below, that's talking about this diagram, is an illustration of a type of eye defect in humans. We have to study it and answer questions 68 and 69 with it. Let's look at question 68. The eye defect illustrated in the diagram is, let's look at the structure again. So you can see here that ray of light from a distant or far object, the ray of the light is brought into focus in front of the retina. Retina is supposed to be here. Now, you can see that the rays of light from a distant object converges in front of the retina, and that makes it what we refer to as short-sightedness or myopia. Myopia occurs when rays of light from a distant object, when images of a distant object are formed in front of the retina. This definitely represents that of myopia or short-sightedness. So let's look at the option that contains that. That's option D, myopia. Don't forget that myopia is caused due to the eyeball being too long or being too curved. When the cornea is too curved or the eyeball is too long, that is what gives rise to myopia. Myopia is a situation whereby a person can see near object clearly, but far objects appear blurred. And the reason is because images of a distant or far object are brought to focus in front of the retina, not on the retina. Number 69. The eye defect can be corrected by the use of dash. We've established the fact in number 68 that the eye defect in question is myopia. The question now is, how do we correct myopia? Myopia is corrected by using concave lens. The concave lens will be able to ensure that the image of a distant object is converged, is formed on the retina. The correct answer is B, concave lens. Don't forget option A, convex lens is used in correcting long-sightedness or hypermetropia. Bifocal lens is used in correcting presbyopia. And what do you mean by presbyopia? Presbyopia is usually associated with old age. It is found most in aged people. It can be defined in several ways. You can define presbyopia as the loss of accommodation of the eye. And by accommodation of the eye is defined as the ability of the eye to focus on both far and near object. We can also define presbyopia as loss of elasticity of the ciliary muscle. So, if you want to correct presbyopia, we make use of bifocal lens. If I talk about cylindrical lens, that is the lens that is used in correcting astigmatism. And astigmatism is an eye defect that is caused due to uneven curvature of the cornea. So the correct answer here for emphasis is concave lens. Let's go to number 70. How many gametes are produced in the pollen grain of a flowering plant before fertilization? We know that the pollen grain is produced from the male part of a flower. A flower has both the male part called androecium and the female part called the gynoecium. And we know that even during pollination, there is transfer of pollen grain from the anther, that's where the pollen grain comes from, to the sigma. So let's stick to the question now. It says, how many gametes are produced in the pollen grain of a flowering plant before fertilization? The answer is 2. There are 2 gametes that are produced in the pollen grains of a flowering plant before fertilization, because there are 2 nuclei that are present. We have the generative nuclei and then we have the tube nuclei. Each of them are formed during mitosis, and the mitosis gives rise to 2 pollen grains, 2 gametes in the pollen grain rather. So the correct answer is option B. Hello students, I trust you've been enjoying the class so far. Please, it will mean a lot to us if you could hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified when we have a new content. Also like, share, and leave a comment. Thank you.